What's going on, YouTube? It's Dagreenshiz here. Currently in the middle of a fantasy football draft, but I'm the number 12th pick, snake draft. I got like 10 minutes in between picks, so I got time to make a freaking YouTube video. So here we are. CGC trading cards just changed their bulk submission to 25 card minimum. Guess who's got 25 cards ready? I've been slowly adding up cards to this stack to get it up to 50. I'm not one of the kind of guys, like I got boxes. I could go through and just find some jank, but I'm going for the quality, and I'll show you the stuff I'm sending. So now that window is open for me to submit these cards. I've been really anxious to send these. So this is going to be awesome. This is going to be awesome. So why would they do this, right? So obviously they want more people to submit cards. There's no other reason. No other reason. The only other way they could get people to do that is by decreasing the price from $15. I don't think there's a reason to do that. Right now, it's a very, very nice price point compared to the alternatives at SGC and PSA. I think PSA right now is still $30 minimums, which is not that friendly. And God knows what the turnarounds are going to be. We don't really know. We know the $18 price point was through the end of the year, which is a long time. And CGC bulk, I'm hearing, is anywhere from a month or a little bit more than a month, which is freaking healthy. That's pretty nice. And I got a mixture of stuff. I got Pokemon cards, first edition cards, and some Yu-Gi-Oh cards going. And this is going to be cool. Like I said, I've been waiting. I haven't submitted really anything outside of like the onesie twosie stuff. Just the high end. Like I was just submitting some high end things that could go off by themselves because of the price point that's required to submit them. So excited to finally get another bulk submission. I have nothing besides my one rehold. I have a reholder at PSA, not a regrade, just a reholder. That's the only thing I have at PSA. And I have nothing at CGC. So this is going to be, literally, my pipeline has been emptied. This is going to be a bulk sub, which I'm excited to get out. Really looking forward to it. There's going to be a video here dropping in the next day of the winner of the Ancient Mew card. So keep an eye open for that. Appreciate all the entries, all the love and support. I think this will be a nice centerpiece to maybe someone's collection. Hopefully you enjoy it. It's a beautiful card. This is the only pristine 10 of Ancient Mew that I own. This thing is a freaking banger. You can't really ask for more of a freaking Ancient Mew. PSA 10s are meh. The last time I looked, I don't know what the pop is now, but the last time I looked, pop 6-ish. So it might be a little bit more than that. I know people, like, that's probably one of the most submitted cards in the entire game. Now, what could we see in the horizon for CGC trading cards? I suspect they will obviously see a influx of cards coming in. There's going to be a bunch of people like me with a stack of cards ready to submit. And they're going to, obviously, the turnaround times, if you're not going to be the first person submitting 25 cards, expect towards the end of the month, your turnaround time is going to probably be a little bit longer than the guy who submitted first. Similar to the $18 thing, the first person in is going to probably be the first person out quickly. Probably a decent turnaround time. Similar to what the current bulk is. Should be the same. But I really do look forward to PSA, like, come January. Or maybe when they do their next raffle for a cheaper price, which I'm surprised they didn't do for $18. What that will do. Will CGC always either be faster? Are they always going to, like, I can picture a PSA bulk always being 3 months plus for trading cards. 3 months plus for bulk. That's just not good enough for a lot of people. CGC, if they're able to turn in a month, bulk modern, they will be the play in most cases. You're seeing now most CGC 10s are like right there with PSA 10s on prices. It is tougher to get CGC 10s still based on statistics, but it has gotten much easier than it was last year, essentially. So, I don't know. I think CGC is doing things right by the trading card world, grading tons of different cards for trading cards, which is awesome. PSA needs to step it up a little bit. I don't want to see bulk at 3 months, but I still have my boxes of stuff I want to submit to PSA just because they have chances at 10s and I don't want 9.5s. So when a card has a chance at a PSA 10, it's probably going to, if it's vintage, it's going to PSA. That's my play. So I have these stacks of vending series cards. They're all going to go to PSA in hopes of getting PSA 10s. If I sent them to CGC, these minty cards, odds are I'm going to be seeing a lot more 9s and 9.5s and a handful of 10s, maybe some perfects, but not good enough for me. I want the 40% gem rate from PSA. That would make me happy. So that's what I do when it comes to vintage. If it's a PSA 10 and it's got a shot at it, it's going to PSA. If it's not a PSA 10 and it's like I'm chasing a 9 or an 8.5 or a 9.5, I'm going to send it to CGC. As you just seen with my Charizard, you could take a PSA 6.5 and turn it into an 8. Not every single one by any means. It's definitely a science to it. You need to check the card based on its condition, the subgrades, what you think it'll get. Take an average in your head. Ask me if you have any questions. If I have time, I will answer your questions. I have my email down below. Shoot me a message on Instagram. I'll try and help you out as best I can. Well, that's the moves I'm making. So, CGC, I appreciate you. 25 cards is awesome. I will be able to submit more bulk to you at that. $15 is still a good price point. The subgrades is still BS. Way too expensive, but I get the play. Nobody wants to do it now unless it's worth it. Unless it's worth it. You know what I mean? Most cases it's not. Even these cards that I'm going to show here now at the end of this video, these are all going without subgrades because I don't want no dang subgrades because that's freaking expensive. You're going to double the freaking price of my grading. So let's roll the tape, shall we? So like I said, I'm grading some vintage Yu-Gi-Oh! The last one of these I graded pulled the perfect 10. I submitted it without subgrades and I got a perfect 10. So that would be cool if I was able to do it twice. Highly doubtful. This is a pretty minty Fairy King Truesdale. So actually, like, I do feel these Yu-Gi-Oh cards have chances at PSA 10s, but I've never submitted like Yu-Gi-Oh cards to CGC chasing 10s like that, except for like the 2 cards. So I want to do it again. I did not submit many. There was just a handful, but these I'm giving it a shot because I had pulled the Cyber Dragon and Cyber End out of a pack. They're both freaking gorgeous. I actually think the Cyber Dragon wouldn't get a PSA 10. It had like a corner ding. This card I cracked out of a case. This was a PSA 6. The card is mint. I'm not really sure what they saw on this one. Really curious. I honestly think it's going to get a CGC 8.5 or a 9. So yeah, this was like the best condition raw Crush Card Virus from Gold Series 1 I could find. And it cost me probably $150 2 years ago. Tropical Wind I picked up from a local game store. Probably a PSA 9 if I graded it there. So I'm going to shoot for like, it's probably a CGC 9 based on what I'm seeing with centering. I cracked the Glurak, the Venusaur, and the Turtok just to send them back because they downgraded to PSA 7s. Same as the Nidoking and the Clefairy and the Alakazam. This thing I picked up for $450 is heavily played. Hoping for like a CGC 6. That would be pretty good. But yeah, this thing's pretty beat. It's got a ding down here. Somebody like dug their nail into it. The back of it is beat. So if a 6 would be impressive. Shadowless Venusaur, picked this up at Collecticon. Not bad. Pretty good condition. Light play at worst. This is the first edition Jungle Pack I ended up opening. So I'm submitting a handful of the mintier cards. And of course the Kangaskhan. And submitting a few cards for my friend here. Those are not mine. So looking forward to that.